I just want to say thank you to T-Pain for gifting us with the proper use of autotune. He gifted that to humanity.
He did.
And it wasn't respected at first.
Agreed.
It was frowned upon.
Yeah. But like, I love this stuff. Like the people who just Yandel, right? Yeah. Same thing. Travis Scott, same thing.
I personally love T-Pain doing autotune. Like you said, I think he did it. He didn't overdo it, which is the biggest thing for me. He did it that it worked for him magically.
Usher
was very against it.
initially, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He actually told T-Pain, and according to T-Pain, he became super depressed about that and didn't want to make any more music. According to him.
Yeah. We're listening to the new Diddy album.
The new Diddy.
Is it called The Love Album?
I believe his new name has something to do with love. He changed his name again.
Did he?
Yes.
Didn't notice.
It's just something love something.
Okay.
I think there's a way to find it.
He changed his name, you said?
I believe it's just recently. It has something to do with love.
Buddy Love.
I don't know. Have to.
You know what? No one's gonna care because his name is Diddy. So Sean Combs, whatever.
They still call him Puff. Yeah.
We know who you are. We know who you are. Thanks.
We still call him Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy. Yeah. Gosh. We'll look in the video. Anyway, what do we think about the album so far, guys?
I haven't really gave it a full top to bottom listen. However, I started on the Bieber one because I was curious on the Bieber Diddy collaboration. Yeah. And then I just let it play.
Works.
It works. I haven't heard. So I heard like the first two albums when it first came out. Yeah. And then I heard Diddy rapping and I'm like, I can't.
I wish he wouldn't have.
I couldn't get past it. But then when I came back for the second go around, I'm like, okay.
The songs that don't feature him exclusively, and I'm not saying that when he comes on it's garbage, but like I just can't.
It is.
I can't ignore 90s Sean Combs Puff Daddy in my head. And that's who I hear every time he talks, every time he raps. Like I just can't unsee that character. So
I feel like there was one specific song that every verse he came on, I felt like I was listening to every step. Every step, you know, his rap verse, it was the same flow. I'm like, I don't like it. Especially because he's not a rapper on top of that. It's like, I can't even give you that, man.
May I just say something before we keep going?
Yeah.
Diddy, Love, and Brother Love legally changed his middle name from John to Love. This happened in May 18, 2022. So his legal name is Sean Love Combs. So he legally changed his name from Sean John to Sean Love Combs.
Why though?
Don't ask me. I just wanted a little tidbit of information out there.
Hey, thanks for fact checking that.
It's got to be a marketing ploy, right?
Has to be. Yeah,
Love
of
album.
course.
Has to be.
Works every time.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Can you just play one song for me before we roll the intro? Go ahead and play "It Belongs to You" featuring Josie. And let me get a little volume on this.
So classic. It's a classic.
It is, but it's so good.
This is good. Man, let's talk about the features.
Run down the list.
Okay. So
Shannon,
far,
before we do that, guys, welcome to the XLounge. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you guys being here. We are back in the saddle. My man Shannon over to the left.
What up, y'all? We chilling.
My man X to the right.
What's going on, people?
We vibing.
We are vibing to this wonderful R&B product.
The Love album.
Yep.
Off the grid.
Yes.
Parentheses extended.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I didn't see that coming.
Pause.
Yes. Okay. So run down the feature list.
Some people I don't know,
Okay.
but we have Nova Wave, Busta Rhymes, Naja, Naya,
Yep. Sure.
Jazzy, Jacquees, Summer Walker, Josie again, The Weeknd, I think French Montana, 21 Savage, Jasmine Sullivan, Kalani and Ty Dolla $ign, Kalan FR, I don't know what that is. Mary J. Blige, Burna Boy, Babyface, Her, Party Next Door, Metro Boomin.
Yo, the Babyface one is fire, bro. The baby that was unexpected. Oh man. Thank you for reminding
For
me. For
perspective, this extended version, I don't know if there's a difference between this one and if there's another one. This one has 27 tracks.
Okay.
That's a lot of tracks.
I'll take it, man.
A lot of features. A lot of great features.
Fabulous also on there. The Dream also on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin Bieber, Coco Jones, Jeremiah, John Legend,
Everybody.
Bryson Tiller.
I gotta hear that Bryson.
Side. Who else? I don't know. Fabulous.
See, but like, is it okay? So now the real conversation. So back to Robert Glasper, the R&B album thing, right? Because this is a compilation album of Daddy, Jesus,
Pause.
deleting that.
You're gonna call him Daddy Combs? That's crazy.
Yikes.
Puff Daddy Combs.
There you go. There it is.
I just want to throw my point away in the garbage, but I digress. So back to R&B. So he's just basically making like a compilation album of all the artists that he was able to get on his.
Yes.
Why is it that this is what we're doing now? Because back in the day, like, you were the artist and you carried the album, and then you had one feature. Now it's all features.
The clout.
Yeah, I mean,
that run was the Phil Collins run.
yeah, it was. He had the balls to drop that in there.
He did. I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clean. Why not?
I mean, I get. Yeah, give the people what they want.
Yeah, I would love to see some more people collab.
Like who?
Man, give me a Jasmine Sullivan, Tori Kelly album. They're kind of two worlds apart, but still the same animal.
I'd be it for that.
That would kill it.
Wow.
Vocal overload. There it is.
I wasn't ready for those two words to be put together.
Yeah, it's real.
X, how you doing over there?
I'm doing great.
You look great, man.
Oh, thanks.
Looking real clean.
He looks like he's ready for a fall date.
I just,
I appreciate the dates.
I've known
though.
this guy for a long time, and he's never not been a great dresser.
Dapper gentleman.
He really is. Hey, guys, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Does a good job. You do a good job. Your style's on point. How you been, man?
I've been pretty good. A little tired. I'm still
Yeah.
like recuperating. Had a pretty good weekend.
Did you go somewhere?
Yeah, I went to New York. I don't want to call it a party. So it wasn't a concert because nobody really performed. It was a DJ who threw a big party called Bresh, Bresh. It was New York and it was a good time. Great time.
The end of that story, I guess.
What part of what part of New York?
It was at Webster Hall, so it was in Manhattan.
Okay.
Yes.
Was it raining over there too?
Yes. Well,
The hurricane.
that night wasn't raining. The next day was, but that Friday was cool. Yeah.
You eat anything good?
Yes. So
That's important. I was gonna ask that question.
after we got out, it was like 5 and some change, 5 a.m. something, and there was a food truck where they were selling gyros.
So it was 5 a.m.
Oh, you were out. You were out.
You guys had a good time, huh?
I was up for 24 hours.
Oh, you didn't. Hold on. You didn't specify
He
that.
skipped over so many.
That's wild. How do you not lead
He
with that?
went right to the end.
How do you not lead with like, my trip was fantastic. I was in New York. I was awake 24 hours. That's just, man, we had to pry it out. That's hilarious.
Yes.
My mind
Yes.
is still recuperating.
So
obviously.
good.
So it was, I get up at 5. It was a Friday. I get up at 5, get ready, go to work, have a full day of work, get up at 3:05 p.m., go back home, kind of set up the plans. I'm kind of like, I'm I'm out of work trying to
I get your mind
decompress.
right.
Yeah. So
Party
by the
mode.
time I already was like, hey, we gotta go. So I change, boom, get the bag ready. We're gonna drive. So my coworkers are on the outside, 6 p.m. We drive.
On Friday night,
Yes.
oh, y'all committed.
We drive.
Right?
We get to we swing at the Bronx. We get there in 2 hours and 45 minutes.
That's not.
It was
terrible.
an amazing
Yeah.
drive. I was like, oh, we're here. It's like there was really no traffic. Just
That's not bad
Boom,
for a
boom,
Friday
boom.
night.
so we're there. We're changing now. Now it's like 10:45. So it's like, hey, we gotta get ready. So we change, ready to go. We get to the party like around 11:15 ish. So to me, I'm older already. So I'm guessing this is where it should be starting to get, it's 11:15, 11:30. It's not 9 p.m. So I'm guessing
Right.
we're like the first ones there. It's like it's like a little group over here, us,
That's so funny, man.
and we're like, wow. Like the upstairs not even open yet
Yeah.
because there's not even
No need for
no
it.
exactly. But the thing with New York is that I completely forgot is they just keep going,
They never stop. They never stop.
bro. So I'm just
What time is it now? What time is it now?
So at this time it was like 2 a.m. because we're there. Now is I can barely move.
From being there from 11 to 2, already my mind's tired.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm thinking, it's lights on.
After working an entire day at work, by the way,
So-
right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, here it is. We're winding down now.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m. right? So my feet are probably, but my feet are also saying, hey, we're good. I'm ready to get some elevation. So, anyways, what's happening is that the DJ is just he keeps going and the people are just going crazier. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna finish. I'm just like, just still, but I wasn't gonna be the person who like, hey guys, when are we, heading out
Yeah.
anytime soon? I wasn't gonna be that guy tonight. I was just gonna be like, nah, we're thugging this out. We're partying.
But
right?
were y'all having fun though?
It was a great time. It was never about not being a good time. It was just my body is still saying, yeah, it's 2. It's about that time too.
Supposed to be in bed.
Yeah.
Why are we in bed?
So, and this is when you kind of know that you're a little bit out of your range when it comes to these things. There was a playlist of music that I didn't know who was like. Who are these people?
Yep.
But the people around me obviously was like, yes.
Was all
So-
like dance music though?
No, it was
No.
like reggaeton, but it
Okay,
was like
okay.
new reggaeton too.
Okay.
So it was stuff that I was like, I don't know who these people are. And it was like decent, it wasn't bad. So the DJ kept playing stuff. Then he also went to like the norteña song, some dance hall. So he was playing everything.
Okay.
He was a really good DJ actually. And then he got to the old school reggaeton songs.
That's when you came alive
He
again.
started with Lo que pasó, pasó a Daddy Yankee. Bro, I thought, so we went crazy. Like, okay. But all these young kids knew this, they went crazy when Daddy Yankee came on and he just kept that. I mean, he just kept that. He did, we sing that. He just kept going with like old, man, you could see the difference of energy. And I was so happy because I thought it was only going to be us. But no, these young kids knew every single one of these songs. They were dancing and jumping just as high as we were.
Love that.
It was a great, like that playlist that he had. It was like an amazing playlist. He played a lot of classics. Then he finished it, go something else. Now it's 4. Like 4. So we're like, damn, this people really, and it's still a good amount of people.
It's so different, man.
Then it gets to like 4:45. Then it starts, people kind of start leaving. It's still a good amount of people, but not a lot. But my friends,
They're at it still. Well, how many of you was in your group?
It was only 4 of us. And by the way, again, we had a great time. So let me just make this very clear. I love the place. I love the party, the hangout, everything was great. I was just a little tired. That was it.
He has to document the positivity
Yes.
part of it.
Yeah,
Like, I just want to make
In
sure
case you guys are
that-
watching,
yeah.
just we had a good time.
5 a.m. now hits. So, and this is when, boom, lights come on. DJ's like, thank you, everybody, for coming, blah, blah. And I'm like, woo, like, thank God, bro. Like, 5 a.m. was a good stretch. So, again, I woke up at 5. It's all the way to 5 a.m. again. So, I've been up. So, after that, We're walking. I'm thinking this is gonna be like a stampede of people. It was. I feel like this was the most organized event I've ever been in my life. Meaning, getting there was easy, going up was easy. Music, boom, everything is done. Getting out was super easy too. It was just like, oh, this is because usually it's like maybe a lot of people, a lot of drunks, a lot of maybe a fight,
stumbling.
None of that happened. We're just like everybody was just boop, 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 everybody out. So we're out. So now this is when what I ate at that time when we were like, yo, we're starving when we're going. Just really not a lot of options. So they had a little food truck, dude selling gyros, and so we're there, and I order, I believe it was a chicken gyro, and I don't know if it was the time of the day or my mind or whatever it was, but that was an amazing, amazing gyro. So I would say that was
5 a.m. gyro after you've been up for 24 hours. Is like,
man,
it's gotta be legendary. It gotta be legendary.
It was fresh because it wasn't like cold.
Tzatziki sauce, whatever it's called.
Yeah, it had that, and he had some hot sauce too. Man, I'm telling you, I destroyed.
Hey, can we give it up for food trucks?
Yes.
holding us down at nighttime.
Yes,
I mean, where would we be without them?
Yes.
Helping us survive out there grinding, earning money, bro.
But a great time though. It was a magical time. It was great.
I'm glad you had a good time, man. That's dope.
New York's always I want to say New York's always fun, but I can't say that every time because I've gone to New York and it's been duds.
Yeah,
so I think it all depends on if you're not from the city, you have to go there with a plan.
Yeah.
Or meet up with people that are from the city because otherwise. There's so much to do. It's like information overload.
Exactly. Going with a plan is definitely the way to go. Absolutely, I agree with that. Going with a plan is the way.
And there's literally something for everyone there, as obscure as it could be.
Yeah.
And how do you find that?
Yeah.
And one of the things I don't like about New York is just the amount of people. It's like being at Six Flags all the time.
You know what's something interesting? It is related. Pardon me. Is how close we are to New York. Geographically, but then also the context of its importance in the rest of the world.
What do you mean?
Like New York, like that alone has so much weight attached.
How important
to
it is. Everyone's like, I gotta go to New York.
It's just like we're just so close to it, so like it's like nothing to us because it's right
the
there.
Proximity to us, we're kind of like, it's New York.
It's there, and it's funny. Like I don't know enough about this, but I am fascinated by it. Like the idea of a megalopolis. Right. And so we living up here are in one of the many megalopolises in the world. So like the corridor from like, I don't know, I think it's like Boston down New York. I think it goes down to DC. But it's just all these big cities, these interconnected big cities in a close proximity. And there's a couple of these throughout the world. I don't know them obviously, but it's just fascinating stuff. I don't know, like geography and
we're close. We're close to it. I mean, I guess people from Idaho, they were like, I want to go to New York,
right?
And it's like just because it's in, it's like for us, we want to go to L.A.
Yeah,
like I haven't been to L.A. I want to go
L.A. I don't think I've had an L.A. experience. I've been there, but I haven't really been there. I was there years ago with family, but like
I'm all about experiences.
I don't think
I like going somewhere and experiencing.
Yeah. See, like it would be dope if we knew somebody in LA.
I know someone in LA. I know a couple somebodies in LA.
California.
I would be down for that.
Such a place.
Carla lives in LA.
Yeah.
So you know what I'd want to do in California though?
Carlos Vargas.
That's right.
Give me the trees, bro. Give me nature, California. That's the side of California.
LA pod.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Let's get through January first. Information coming soon.
Okay, noted. You heard it here first, I guess. Damn. Well, hey, thanks for sharing that story with us.
Yeah.
Shannon, how have you been?
Man, I've been on a creative journey.
Ooh.
I don't know what it was. I think I watched a video on YouTube. I got to find what it was.
You had a creativity boner.
Not only that, but you ever encounter something like when something clicks? I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna let it go. I try to disregard it.
I'm sorry.
A creativity boner is wild.
I'm sorry.
You know when something just clicks, and then just the floodgates just open. It's just like,
it just happens.
Something clicked for me. I don't know what it was, but just my brain has been an overload that my notepad is like, I'm just all these ideas. I'm writing them down. I'm like, it's it's been kind of annoying because it's kind of been overwhelming my mind. And I'm one of those people like I hyperfixate. Like, all right, if I'm going to do this.
So if you don't write it, like you have to write it to get it off your brain, kind of?
Yeah. Yeah. Because if I don't write it and I get it on my brain, I'll never remember it again.
Yeah.
Until like a long time later, like, oh, that one thing.
Wow.
So I'm excited because I'll be formulating those ideas in the near future.
Looking forward to it, man. I always enjoy the stuff you put out. You are very talented. I really, really, really enjoyed the video you released recently that was showing people the virtual way to stage a house.
Yes.
And people's mind were just literally blown, audible gasps in the room. I was just like, that's so great. Like,
yeah, I was like, yes.
Blowing someone's mind, like, how is this possible? It's so good, man.
Man, and the reason I did that is because one time I was talking to a client and I did a video for her and she asked me if it was a slideshow. I'm like, how do you not know the difference between a video and a slideshow? And I'm like, maybe I'm just, because I'm in the industry, it's different for me.
Yep.
So I'm like, maybe these people just don't see, and I mean, she was older and stuff, but whatever. Maybe just don't see the small stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me just show them what the possibilities could be. And they were mind blown,
bro. It's crazy too, like, especially now with like generative AI and the amount of stuff that you could just very quickly do. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy that that's where we are and how much we have left to.
Man, I'm excited for how early up we are in AI because it's just the beginning.
Crazy. You've seen the videos of people doing, I'm pretty sure it's in Photoshop where it'll contextually fill. So say I have a picture of Xander, but then I tell the AI, add trees behind him. It'll just kind of like.
I do that all the time. It's hilarious. It's fun.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
So that's, now that you mention it, that's another reason I think why my mind for creativity opened up, because tools have become available to make what I do easier. So, for example, I know how to do Photoshop for the stuff that I know how to do, which is I probably use maybe 5% of what you can do in Photoshop. There's a whole 95% that I don't touch. With AI and all the stuff that's coming out, I have access to create these new things because I can have it do all the monotonous stuff. It's like, like if I want to replace this picture, this in a picture, I can have AI do it rather than sit there for hours and make it look the same. And so it's just, the tools have made it easier to just allow the creativity to work together with what's out there.
So here's my question. When you say I have AI do my work, just give me a small process of how exactly that looks. Because to me, I was like, what do you mean by I have AI? What do you do?
So I don't necessarily have it do my work, but now let's say, all right. So let's say I took a picture at a wedding.
Yeah.
And in the picture, everyone that's in the wedding, all the guests, they have their phones out. And it looks bad in pictures. So now you have this nice picture, the bride and groom are kissing, everything looks magical, and everyone's just pointing their phones. It could be distracting when you first look at it.
Yeah.
Before, I would have to go into each phone, zoom in real quick, and match the pixels to either remove it.
So this is when you're in the like software.
This is while I'm in the software.
Okay, already. Yeah.
Now with just one button, I'll just circle what I want, hit remove, and it'll take it out in seconds. So that stuff, it shortened my time in my work time. So that stuff has helped. But also the stuff that you can do creatively with those tools also unlock another portion of content that I can create because I have access to make stuff a little faster.
You know which part is crazy to think about? And it's obviously what we do as humans, but AI does it at scale, is like AI on top of AI on top of AI, like the intelligence on intelligence. And so it just continues to get smarter. And so, all these upgrades that we get every couple of months or weeks or whatever, it's like, okay, now it does this insane thing. And now it does this new insane thing. And it just keeps happening. And it's out of control at the pace at which it's going. It's crazy.
The people that are using it to create more, just just testing it out and trying to break it to see the capabilities. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, as somebody who's not really into it, I guess my mind is saying, okay, this AI thing. Am I on my computer going, hey, AI, can you please do this, that, and the third? And in the background, it does it.
No.
This is what my mind is. Again, this is from somebody who doesn't do this. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so are you in the software? You go, do, and then I'm pressing an AI button and it does something.
So
like,
it depends on what program you use. So yes and no. So for ChatGPT, you're typing into it.
Okay.
You're typing like if it were a person or computer.
Conversational.
Yeah. So whatever prompts you talk to it, it talks to you back, and from there you can have it create. There's other AI programs that you don't necessarily talk to them, but it just does one. It just does one function.
Okay.
So, for example, when editing the podcast, there's AI programs that will chop up the stuff for you. So it helps do monotonous things,
like getting rid of all the quiet spaces.
Yes. So there's a lot of different AI programs that are meant to do like one thing, but that's just one part of AI. There's just so many different people doing it. Like people in LA are like writers are on strike now. There's a writer strike in like Hollywood because the industries don't want to pay the writers and actors. They're trying to use AI to create stuff, and the writers are on strike. They're like, nah, we want to get paid. Like we deserve it. So that's another way of people trying to use AI to kind of advance. And
I did hear today, coincidentally, that on the writer strike thing specifically, that it seems like they came to an early agreement as recent as maybe 2 to 3 hours from right now. But it's not finalized, so it's like subject to them putting it in writing. But at least early
That's
agreements.
good.
But yeah, I mean, it's 170 some odd days. Like it's been a while they've been on strike.
Yeah, and then a lot of shows have been postponed. A lot of movies have been postponed because they ain't trying to work.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Going back to it. So basically, you're saying that the AI can pretty much just do what they're doing, writing episodes of whatever.
You
show.
can ask ChatGPT to literally just do whatever, and it'll just spit out a script or whatever. And it's probably going to be trash, but it's something that you can build from. That's using, data from before to kind of come up with its own things, right? So that's where you end up with. Well, I don't need a human being. I don't need a writer. I can just tell this robot to give me a shitty script.
I get it. I get the point. I just feel like you need a human being still to write.
But money.
Yes, you do. Yes. But people are trying to get past it because now maybe you don't need, maybe when you needed 15 writers, maybe now you only need 10 because you can use AI to do something. So it's just now it's cutting down some stuff, but eventually as everything grows, it could eventually take out
what's
anything.
Weird? Damn, actually, I hadn't thought about this take, right? But so we know that at least for ChatGPT's sake that it's been given all access to this set amount of information. Not entirely relevant to my point. So where I'm going is with something like DALL-E, DALLE, excuse me, which is like the art version of ChatGPT. So you can say, hey, draw me a picture of an elephant that has a hat on it and it's snowing in the background. Boom. And it'll just give you like 10 different versions of that picture using old data from other pictures that exist on the internet and whatnot. So, but the thing with that is that a lot of artists, right, you would see their kind of like half-ass watermark in the AI generated picture. And, obviously it's sourced from someone's actual painting, but like to bring it back to reality and humans, it's like we always sample from each other and we take stuff from people and we make it our own, right? So it's like it's doing what we trained it to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I get the point of AI. I don't like it. I feel that when I say that we still need humans, it's like we still need people to do something. Meaning we just can't be like, yeah, the computer can do it for you now. It's like it's gotta get to the point there's like, what are we good for? If you're saying like it feels like we're not gonna need them sometime, it's just so you're saying that also we're also not gonna need comedians sometime soon, because I feel that maybe if you put some kind of robot now, he has some kind of super AI intelligence and he can just do jokes and write stuff now. So you're telling me we can't use a new Eddie Murphy or somebody. I feel that the reason why I say we're still human, because I still want to see that real emotion, you know, the facial expression, something that is just like, it's still us, it's still human. To me, that part, I'm with the writers on this, even though at the same token, I understand that technology is going to advance no matter what, regardless if you're with it or not. Just like I used to be, you know, people that hated email. I was like, what the hell is this? What do you mean email? And now look at it. So basically, I understand that technology is going to do technology, whatever it's going to do. But in that aspect, when it's talking about just taking away the human aspect when it comes to writing, I feel like that's not, I don't know, it's not doesn't click to me. It's weird to me. I don't know. When it comes to that aspect when writing, I feel like you need to have some kind of sense of, oh, I know what this guy's talking about because I've been through that. Not a computerized program saying that I've been through that. That to me is a little weird.
I know, it is weird. The whole thing is weird, man. But, you know, I mean, to be fair, like, we've been using AI for such a long time now.
Yeah.
It just, the tools recently became available to us to actually use AI.
So I think what AI does, it makes, I think for me, it makes me get better in things that, so this is another thing I kind of, in the last week, been thinking about. Now with all these AI tools, what separates me from another videographer? Because we could all do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So now I got to focus on, what do I bring to the table? What's my value proposition? Yeah. So now it's like, if we all have the same tools, I just have to, my brain has to work a little bit differently in order to stand out from what's out there.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, that part, that you still want to make yourself relevant. Like, I still feel like I have to bring something to the table. Now, imagine somebody, I don't know, an investor comes to you and goes, why should I use you if I can use this AI program that does everything you do? You're going to feel some type of way. You're going to be like...
No, so my answer was like, let me show you.
But yes, so that's what I'm saying. You still want to be, you want to be used and useful and show that you can be useful. To me, what I'm trying to say, that this AI thing, it feels like people are going to be like, I don't even want to hear you because I already have AI that can do everything I need. So I feel that's the part that I'm just like, that's a little scary to me. The fact that humans can be like, I don't need humans anymore. I could just do, and I need everything that I needed from whatever you could do.
Yeah.
That part is scary.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Slowly.
I mean, we're getting there. I mean, it started, if you really think about it, when did it start? Like the instant gratification part. Is it online shopping?
I mean, yeah, gosh.
You get 2-day shipping, Amazon, everything's quick. Now imagine you wanted to create a graphic for an event and you're excited about your event and you send it to a graphic designer. Oh, give me like 5 days. Mm-hmm. You're like, I want to see this graphic. Now you go to DALL-E, create a graphic. So there's a market for it, but there's also going to be people that delve for it, and there's also going to be people that are going to say, no, I want the real stuff.
But I'm with you in the sense that you use it to help you, to like enhance your whatever that you have to give. To me, I'm all for that because it's more of a tool. But when it comes to like, I don't need you anymore because I can do everything you can, that's the part that to me is like,
the reality is that's going to happen though.
So,
and it's, how do we get around it? I don't know.
You're basically a cyborg.
Yeah.
So wildly enough, right? So Elon Musk, Neuralink, the implant for your brain thing. Elon very famously was like super anti-AI. Like there's so many videos of him being like, y'all need to slow down on AI. Like all these warnings. Here we are. Anyway, where's I going with this? Elon Musk. AI.
Super against it.
Cyborg.
Neuralink. Thank you. Reeling it in and scene. So he talking about the implant thing, like he always said, like we're not going to be able to win against AI, so you kind of need AI to be able to understand AI. Mm-hmm. So that's like hey man, just put it right in your brain.
Yeah, like so that presentation that I did, I knew what I wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. I knew the message I wanted to deliver, but I knew I wanted to structure it. And so I went to ChatGPT. I was like, create a structure for a presentation. This is what I want to talk about. So it created a structure for me of like, it gave me like a presentation of like
talking points,
mad stuff. Yeah. But I just took out everything in the outline and just put in the stuff that I want to talk about. Oh, so it's like intro, this, talk about this. I'm like, let me erase this. And so I made it into my thing, but I just used the shell what it gave. Mm-hmm. Some people will turn around and just use the whole thing.
Right.
But
yeah,
I mean, whatever. But I like it for a starting point. It's like, I know this is what I want to talk about. Maybe I don't know. My thing was like, I don't know. I want to give a proper presentation. So what does that look like? So I'm like, ChatGPT probably knows how to.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I've definitely used it a lot. Used it a lot for work, but just in different ways, or just to draw inspiration from names of things. Sometimes, like stuff like that. Like just give me a list of X. One of the things that I really used it for work was I cover a big geography, and I was struggling with learning to cover such a vast geography in a way that makes sense for my schedule. So then I going back and forth with ChatGPT, like, here are the states, here's this, here's what I need to do. Give me a schedule for how I can do this in a given month, and it gives me like all these different options, and blah blah blah, and then that you can have different chats in ChatGPT. So like that one conversation that I have has all of this data now, because I'll go back to it like, that's not working, let's try this, and just to try to refine further to get to an endpoint of like the ideal schedule, right? Like that's been kind of an ongoing thing. But
where before you probably would have had to talk to someone to come up with something.
Yeah, but like the right person too, right? Because it's like, well, not everybody knows how to do that, right? So or just Google and hope that you find something.
You know what comes into mind? You ever run into someone that's really good at Excel, Microsoft Excel?
I've only known a handful of people, yeah.
But those people, they're like gold. Like they know Excel.
Yo, Excel is insane.
The stuff you can do with Excel, I didn't even know you could do until I saw. I was like, oh, you can do it. I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah. But I'm sure ChatGPT can write like the code or the background for some stuff eventually. Maybe not now, but it's crazy.
It is crazy. All right. Why don't we go ahead and land the plane?
Because I'm hungry.
Swiftly. I do want to say, guys, I am so thankful that football is back. We're probably not going to cover football because it's going to be hard to cover from a timely perspective, but it has been fantastic. I love fall in football. It just goes together and it makes me so happy. That's all. I just want to get that off my chest.
Colorado got beat.
They sure did.
To smithereens.
They sure did. I feel like, to be fair, Prime had that one in the chain. Like it was coming eventually. It was going to take an L,
Oregon's
of course. Whatever.
It's a good program, though.
Yeah.
They're serious.
I mean, yeah. Right.
It's going to be everybody. It's going to be the Ducks.
You took that one right to the face.
I want to get those glasses, though. I'm buying them. Prime shades.
Prime. I can see you with them. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate all the love and support. Always have a good time here in the pod. Shannon, thank you.
You're welcome.
Xander, thank you. Love you guys. Peace out.
Peace.